I see some new faces. If any cards come in, you have 2 minutes to talk about stuff, and then the buzzer's gonna go off. Please don't think me rude, but we've got business to attend to, so we're gonna make sure everyone gets a proper chance to speak. But now, if you have something you wanna say on an item that is on the agenda later on, that, you save that card for the item later, okay, not for this one. This is where you get to talk about anything that's not on here, or that is on consent agenda. Barbara Auble, come on up here. Mary Ann Polisi, you're on deck.
Hello.
Hello.
Barbara Auble, 422 South J Street. I'd like to thank the Sheriff's Department and the city, whoever worked out getting 427 South J Street buttoned up. It hit the day, the last day code enforcement, the owner had to do it, and that didn't happen, so somebody came and did it, and I think it was you. All right. But they've arrested many people. The Sheriff's Department was great over the weeks. We called, and they came and got people, and luckily a lot of them had warrants, so they got to take a ride in the car. So we were happy to get them out of the neighborhood. I just talked to Jamie Brown. You know, 6th Avenue South got torn up. They tore up each of the corners on 6th on the south side of 6th Avenue South. They took out the handicapped ramps a month ago and have not come back. Jamie wasn't aware that they had not come back. We have school children crossing in the middle of the street. They took them out JK, L, and M, so they removed everyone in the neighborhood. So the school children, literally the crossing guards are having to stand with the children in the middle of the street while the cars go around them to drop their kids at the school. So Jamie promises that tomorrow he and them and his departments are going to go out there and get that fixed before Friday. Because all my time to come here to Beaumont 2nd Avenue for it to be moved to 6th and now have 6th in the condition it's in. I stopped on my way here to the meeting tonight. There's a pothole at the corner of 6th and J that's 11 inches deep. I just had $1,100 worth of strut work done on my car. I don't think the 11-inch deep pothole helped that situation for me on any level. So like, please, we have to pay more attention. Ryan, that's your district. The fact that Jamie heard nothing from anybody about school children crossing.
You can direct towards me.
I'm sorry.
That's
But
okay.
you and I leave the neighborhood, you know, we all leave the neighborhoods the same way. Like, you know, we all have to be eyes for the city. All of you have to be eyes, all of us have to be eyes. If we could all just like say something to somebody that, you know, you see a problem, dime it in. I hope that all of you on the dais do that and dime it into people, because Jamie says he was unaware about the school children thing, and like, it's just this morning watching them dodge the cars with the crossing guards in the rain was just more than really I could deal with. So, I appreciate it. Thanks.
Thank you.
Have a good day. Look, I knew 2
Mary
minutes.
Ann
I got 2
Polisi,
minutes.
followed by Michael Chase Fox.
Thank you, Jamie.
Hi, Mary Ann Polisi, 1529 South Palm Way. I do want to add, if we can make an exception with the 2 minutes, the NATC, if you buy your tickets for $25, you will get $5 off a t-shirt, and those t-shirts are $15, so you get them for $10. I would like to give an update on South Palm Park Association's publicly announced forum that was held February 8th at the Beach Club. I was excited that we had such a great turnout. I am proud to say that all the incumbents took the time to show up, as well as Greg Antonow and Frank Avalon. It was regret that 20 minutes before the forum, Ryan Hartman left a message stating he had the flu. I did get a confirmation that afternoon from him that he would be attending after numerous attempts to contact him. Diane Jaggs, I heard from 4 days before the forum that she could not find a substitute teacher at Palm Beach State College. Everyone was given 1 day short of 4 weeks to respond to me. For those that did not respond, I went over and above what I should have done. I emailed 5 times, I phoned numerous times to give them all a chance to participate in this very critical forum. I take pride in my position as president of South Palm Park Association, and I want to make sure everyone is aware of the candidates and incumbents' views on Lake Worth. I also heard that many homeless people are arriving here for election time. To me, this is incomprehensible. It's not fair game. My heart does go out to the homeless, especially the veterans. I do have a family member that is homeless. So to me, homeless is a very touchy issue. I let him come stay with me. He stole from me. He brought drug addicts into my house, and he was on drugs. He refuses to get help. So homeless is a huge issue for me. However, if they don't want to get help, and but busing these people in from God knows where is not cool.
Thank you very much. Michael Chase Fox, followed by Michael Chase Fox.
Okay.
You have two?
Twice, yeah, separate things. Well, what a timely subject about the homeless.
I wanted to inform you, Madam Mayor, and everyone else that we had a real game and a real moral victory in our town that took place on this past Thursday night in the Lucerne building. And it was the first of a small series of meetings called the Lake Worth Citizen Advisory Group on the Homeless. And what it started, as I can only hope, would be an ongoing and effective working group to actually tackle the issue. It's not an understatement to say that the best in all of us appeared there that night. The attendants of the meeting, some of whom won't even speak to one another, and sometimes are even antagonistic toward one another, they all came together in one room and put long-held beliefs aside, and we found respect enough to long to see the value of what we have in this amazing tribe that we're all members of. And I think that signifies an important turn in our city, for it proves that once we can get out of each other's heads, we can actually come up with conclusions. The group has come up with a few ideas, however small, that can make a major impact on how Lake Worth can approach and succeed, and how we're definitely going to help uplift the fallen people that are around us. And ones that are also going to have tangible and long-lasting effect to end a protracted issue, which is taken away from the spirit of community and the meaning of what it says. It feels like home. And so everyone be on the lookout for these developments, because they're actually going to be coming pretty fast.
Thank you very much.
And,
Oh, you have the other one too?
well, if I could take 10 seconds, I'd like to announce the return of a beloved member of our tribe, June Evans.
Yay.
She's back from England with us, so she's hunkering in for good.
Thank you so much.
Thanks.
All right, Greg Rice, followed by Joanne Golden.
Greg Rice, the Lucerne. Want to kind of make people stop and think for a minute. You know how welcoming it is to visit a stranger, maybe a home you've never visited before, and have them so graciously greet you at the front door and make you feel welcome and wanted. Well, we have that opportunity this weekend at the Lake Worth Street Painting Festival. Once again, Tri-Rail has been gracious enough to provide the city and the Street Painting Festival group 2 shuttle buses that will shuttle visitors coming into our Street Painting Festival, either by Tri-Rail or by car, but they don't want to park in our downtown. That's going to be tough to find parking spots in, at the State College parking lot on Lake Worth Road. I'm here to ask any of us, as ambassadors of this great city of ours, who just love to brag about Lake Worth, if you would like to volunteer for a 2-hour shift, starting at 10 a.m., 10 to 12, 12 to 2, 2 to 4, 4 to 6, on one of the Tri-Rail buses, the shuttle buses that will run that route from City Hall to the Tri-Rail station to the State College and back, taking people into our downtown and then taking them back to their mode of transportation to leave. It's a great experience. I've done it now ever since that opportunity has availed itself. I need 16 volunteers. Or if you want to do it twice, won't need quite as many, but it is a great and rewarding thing. It's our chance to show off our city, to really brag about something that we all seem to do quite frequently. So if you'd like to get a hold of me, a lot of you have my phone number. If you don't, you can call me at Hewlett. If not, you can email me at gregrice33406@gmail.com or greg@bugs.com, whatever way you want to track me down. If you'd like to be a welcome ambassador to our great, thank you very much.
Thank you.
I'll be looking forward to it.
Thank you, Joanne Golden, followed by Peggy Fisher.
Joanne Golden, 502 North Palmway. It's a little fairy tale. Back in the old days, there used to be 3 minutes of public participation. And there also used to be response by the commissioners and by the mayor to respond to public participation. At the last meeting, There was a woman who came who was obviously in shock from having a neighbor found dead on her doorstep. She was obviously very hurt by what happened, and I was very hurt that there was no response from the dais to this woman. It makes me feel like there is no real empathy for our residents unless they maybe do something out of the ordinary and are praised for something that they did that brings kudos to the city. This wasn't a kudos. This was a woman in shock, and there was no response. And I just felt the lack of empathy was just taking over this commission, and I hope we can change that in the future. Thank you.
Thank you. Peggy Fisher?
Peggy Fisher, 508 North A Street. I am a member of the Electric Utility Advisory Board, and the workshop that will be rescheduled at some point for you all regarding the changes to the distribution system is something that our board has been discussing for many months. Unfortunately, we usually have no one in attendance other than the board members and Jack Borish from the electric utility and whoever he brings in. So I welcome anyone who wants to come and have some input or learn what is being discussed to come to our meetings, read our minutes. We have gone out to the utilities, sat down and discussed changes with the engineers, heard from the engineers. I know that Mr. Borish has put together engineers and all different people from all different areas of the utility to talk about this change. And so it's not being very quickly done by any stretch of the imagination. Unfortunately, the previous plan did not include any discussion with the engineers, which sort of doesn't make it really good for our benefit. It is a multi-million-dollar object that we're talking about, but there are also multi-million dollars of a bond issue from 2004 specifically for upgrading the electric utility that have yet to be spent that would be used to fund this project. It is a positive project for the city, and I just wanted to give a little bit more insight and invite anyone on the dais or anyone in the audience who wants to come. Our meetings are the first Wednesday of every month, and you're certainly welcome. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Okay.